Hola amigos, ¿cómo estás? Welcome back to the channel. Well, there you have it. The group stage of the Olympics for the football are over. Mexico have just played South Africa. They've just won 3-0, which does mean that they do qualify along with Japan into the quarterfinals, I believe, is the next round. So, obviously going into the game itself, pretty much dominant performance for Mexico, except for the last 10 minutes. But started off on the front foot. South Africa took a long time to kind of get into the game. And Vega got his goal. Antuna really good. I think it was Henry Martin that slipped through Antuna, and then Antuna, all he had to do was pass it across goal. And then obviously Vega could absolutely not miss from there, and nets the first goal. I believe that's his second goal of the tournament now. Really good start, 1-0 up, and pretty much South Africa were not in it at all for the whole first half. And obviously just before the half time, Romo actually managed to get the ball into the back of the net. It's kind of like a bundled in kind of thing. He had a good shot, but obviously I think it was deflected, but it still counted as his goal because obviously it was going in the goal anyway. 2-0 half time. That's absolutely where you wanted to see Mexico at that moment, because Mexico's defensive area I think is the weakest area, and I think with the 2-goal cushion it gave the players a lot more breathing space and a lot more reason to be calm. Going straight into the second half was pretty much more of the same really, just a dominant Mexico. The possession was quite even actually, but you wouldn't have really thought it. South Africa never offered anything offensively really to trouble Ochoa anyway, at least not until the last few minutes of the game. But just a strong performance from Mexico, and then obviously Henry Martin gets fouled. Before I go into that, I just want to say that Henry Martin, I think, has played really well in all 3 games. Obviously, he's only scored 1 goal, but I'll tell you that in a minute. But without the goals, I think he's done really well. He reminds me a lot of Olivier Giroud, like I've said in the previous video. His hold-up play is really good. He's really strong. It's very, very difficult to get off the ball. And the South African defenders just couldn't handle him at all. It allowed Antuna and Vega, and Cordova and Romo and Charly Rodriguez to kind of push really forward into the spaces while the defenders are trying to figure out how to deal with Martin. So he plays really well. I think he's getting a lot of unnecessary stick, maybe not after this game, but after the first 2 games I think he was getting criticised quite a little bit too much. Obviously he gets fouled in this game. Pretty bad tackle, obviously the player tackled him from behind. He just raked his ankle with his foot, and with VAR persuaded the referee to give a straight red for it. So they went down to 10 men, and then pretty much a couple of minutes later, Henry Martin, because I tweeted out like, well, I hope he carries on playing because he's been doing really well. He's got a set of few jobs up there, up at the top that he needs to do, and he does them all really well except for the scoring goals bit. But Charly Rodriguez slots him in and he scores a goal, and it's Mexico's 3rd. And it was a really good goal as well. One, again, that I would have been very surprised if he'd missed. But it was still a good goal, and it was, pretty much the end of the game really. Until Charly Rodriguez decides to basically let a man past him, and then he kind of bumps into him kind of thing, and manages to get himself sent off. I mean, initially I was very surprised it was a straight red. Definitely a yellow. But it's one of those kind of teammate tackles, one of those fouls that you do because you know that a player's all past you and you know that you could score, so you foul him. But it's still very, very harsh to give a red for that. I think it was because he was, he's through on goal, I guess, and also he kind of evened it out with Martin's tackler getting sent off as well. So straight red. Gutted for Charly Rodriguez. He's going to miss out the next game, but he put himself in that situation. It's a pretty stupid thing to do. You should have just let him go. I think that Charly was pretty much more than capable of saving whatever the South African striker was going to do. But you're 3-0 up at the time, so 3-1's not that much of a big deal when you've got like 10-15 minutes to go. But it is what it is. Obviously, Lioness came on, Angulo came on, Aguirre came on. They didn't really do too much. They had a couple of chances. Lioness got into the box a couple of times. Aguirre had a massive chance that he should have scored, but he didn't. But he's already scored one already so far, so kind of forgiven for that. So yeah, pretty much that's it. It was a really good win, 3-0. Mexico, like I said, are through to the next round. I believe Mexico play South Korea in the next game. That's going to be a tough game. But winnable, I think, as well. It's a pretty even game. I don't think either team are clear favourites, so it should be a good game. I believe that's on Saturday as well. So yeah, what can I say? Really good game. Really happy that Mexico managed to get through. It kind of got a little bit shaky for a second after the Japan defeat, but Japan managed to comfortably beat France, so didn't have to worry about it at all. I mean, I think Mexico just needed a win. I think they just needed a draw because the goal difference was so good. So yeah, it was a really good result. Really happy. Really happy with Vega. Again, one of the best players on the team, I think. It's 2 goals and assists now in 3 games. Pretty sick, to be honest. Really happy for Martin getting his goal. Hopefully he gets him a bit of a run. Especially in the knockout stages, he needs to step up a little bit more in the goal scoring department. Everything else he's doing really brilliantly. His hold up play is great, his strength's great, his passing is great. He allows everyone else to get into the game in their box, in the opposition box, but he just needs to start scoring a bit more. So hopefully that's the first step on the road for him doing that. Really happy that Antuna got the start instead of Lioness. I think Lioness is quality. I think Lioness is the better player, but Antuna's speed just absolutely ran riot through South African defence today, and I don't think he's going to start the next game. I think Lioness will probably be back in the lineup for South Korea, but we'll have to wait and see for that. Yeah, like I said, there's no real negatives except for the Charly Rodriguez red card, which I'm still gutted about. And, midfield wise, he's probably one of the best midfielders in the team, so he's going to be a massive miss. It's time for the other players to step up. That's what tournaments are all about, and that's what having a pretty sizable squad is all about as well. So hopefully you see Beltran start, or at least get some playing time. I think it's absolutely quality kid. Obviously I'm a bit biased, but yeah, what can I say? I'm 99% positive in this game. Can't wait for the South Korea game. So yeah, let me know what you think of the game, what you thought of the game. Who do you think is your best player on the pitch? Who do you think will score in the next game? Who do you think will win the next game? What do you think about Charly Rodriguez's red card? Do you think it was a straight red? Do you think he was just dumb? Or do you think he was a bit unlucky and the ref was a bit thrown from his other previous decision? Yeah, so let me know, guys. I reply to all the comments, so yeah, like and subscribe as well if you haven't already. I love to have much more subscribers than I do. Obviously it helps the channel, helps me believe that I'm serving a purpose by doing these videos for you guys. So yeah, take these guys, and I'll see you guys Saturday afternoon. So adios.